we had a really awesome mastermind a few months back in High Intensity Business Pro, and Doug McGuff surprised us and joined the call. And he was explaining how important it is as a business owner to just stare at yourself in the mirror like every morning, and and not to be too like woo and like talk about manifestation here, but to say affirmations in the mirror to remind yourself how important what you do is for people, and to because you almost need to constantly remind yourself of that because it's so difficult, because your customers will not perceive the importance as much as you do in most cases, right? Um, so all that is to say that I just want to really help my audience understand better, or just remind them almost, because a lot of them understand and know this very well, just how important they are, right? And just
Well, Lawrence,
how important this is, right? Yeah.
well,
Go
I
ahead.
100% agree. Like you've got me, you really get me up on my high horse here. I said this for the first time. I can't remember where I was. I said this phrase again at the Discover Strength conference earlier this year, where I said, if you have worked in exercise long enough, so if you've owned a high intensity training business and you've done X number of sessions per week and you've done it over a couple of years, the evidence is strong enough that I don't know what the number of sessions is or the number of years you need to have worked, but you have saved somebody's life. Like, you haven't made them a little bit stronger. I'm adamant that strength gains are the least important part of strength training. If you do this long enough, you will save someone's life. And I honestly believe that not only do most patients or clients, depending what you want to call them, underestimate the benefits of exercise, I think most people underestimate the benefits of exercise. And there's an inherent bias in this. There's a reason for it, is that you and I strength train twice a week. And we have done for most of our lives, and we will do for the rest of our lives. So we don't experience being unhealthy like what most people do. We don't have that experience of going to pick up the bag of shopping and it being genuinely heavy. We haven't experienced how psychologically unsafe, weak, threatened that you can feel when your body doesn't support you. So we, as a result, we underestimate just how beneficial strength training can be. Like anyone who says, oh, strength training is a little bit, is good for your mental health, like that's great, but it is completely underselling it. Like people who participate in strength training have a 17% lower risk of cardiovascular disease. Like not a 1% lower risk, or not a 3 or a 5 or a 7. It's a 17% lower risk. The evidence around physical activity and exercise, the things like lowering your risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. Again, we're not talking single digits. We're talking double digits, north of 20%, lowering the risk. And it's one of the only things that we can control. So I have, I've looked into the eyes of so many trainers, exercise scientists, business owners, and said, like, what you do is going to have a really big impact on the individuals that come in to see you. And yeah, I honestly think we underestimate it, all of us.
Yeah. I love this topic. So much you said there, I wanna expand on. You said there about, most people, not just our clients, but all people, us included, underestimate the benefits of HIIT or strength training, because we've not experienced, or most of us have not experienced really bad health as a result of not being fit and strong. That's so true, because I've personally only had like acute bouts of things here and there. Like a few months ago, I had some lower back pain, and I wasn't really training my lower back that consistently, and I was sitting a lot, right? And it was like, oh, this is actually kind of nasty. Like every time I'm going down to pick something up off the floor or whatever, this is a problem. And I was doing like prone trunk extensions, but I just didn't feel like I was getting enough recruitment and results from that. And there is a obviously Optimus Strength, who I hope to co-found here in Galway, they have a location with a beautiful MedX lumbar extension machine, courtesy of Egert Barvik. But it's over the other side of town, so it's just very difficult to get to because traffic is notoriously bad. I won't bore you with the details. So, in lieu of that, I decided to do the 45-degree Roman chair approach and progressive
Yep.
weight, which has been a game changer. And now I have zero symptoms and I'm feeling great. But it's those little, I think most people can relate to that, where you get a little glimpse into what it looks like to have a deficit of strength or have a problem and pain. But then obviously, as soon as you recover, and we spoke about this a little bit at Rec all those years ago, as soon as you then recover, you kind of forget. Whereas, like, it's so hard to put yourself in the shoes of someone who does have chronic pain. So having that empathy is difficult.